It's not even the right Ulta receipt. Hey y'all, my name is Ashley and welcome to my channel and welcome back if you are subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, you should totally just do it. So today I did a first impressions. Today I did a first impressions using the new Too Faced Pumpkin Spice eyeshadow palette and liquid lipstick. And if that sounds interesting to you, you should keep on watching. But before I can jump into that tutorial, I want to go ahead and do some swatches of this palette. So I'm going to go ahead and do the first row, and then I'm going to go ahead and like somehow show you. I really suck at swatching, but it is a skill I'm willing to learn to master. So I'm going to swatch as many as I can on my hand right here. So this is going to be the shade Whipped Cream. And this is a matte off-white. So it's more of a creamy, it's more of a cream toned shade. The next shade is Crisp. And this is a duochrome metallic pink with a gold shift. You can see that. And I will also put some swatches on my Instagram. This is Fall For It, which is a nice matte peachy tone right here. And I know it's kind of hard to see these shades because I do have a bit of a tan still. This is now Pumpkin Spice, which is a mustard toned matte. Now we've got this shade Ginger Spice, which is the same color as the packaging, but it's more of a orangey brown matte. And then finally on the top row, the last one is Cocoa Drizzle, which is a matte brown. These are like the worst swatches ever, and I'm so sorry. Let's go ahead and dive into the second row. The first shade is Fall Vibes, and this is a glittery green gold. I would say pressed glitter, but it seems like it's harder than a pressed glitter because I feel like pressed glitters are more gel-like texture. This one is Sweet Pie, which is a yellow toned brown, like this. And then I've got Falling For You, which is like a darker gold metallic. And then we've got Spice Spice Baby, which is another matte orange brown. And then we have You Spicy, which is a beautiful matte magenta. And then Warm and Cozy, which is a matte burgundy. And then for the final row, we've got Oh My Gourd, which is so funny because I feel like I have to say that with like a New Jersey accent. This is a glittery pink. Then we've got A La Mode, which is a pastel pink nude. It's pretty light. And then we've got Want a Piece of Me, which is a purple glitter. Love You a Latte, which is a cool toned nude, more on the mauve side. And then we've got PSL and Chill, which just looks like a duochrome purple with it's like a bluish purple. And then finally Spice of Life, which is a nice matte purple over there. So that is the swatches of the palette, and obviously this is the liquid lip right here, and I do have my thoughts and opinions on that at the end of the video. So if you would like to see how I got this look and what I think of this palette, then keep on watching. All right, so I went to Ulta a couple days ago, and I went ahead and picked up the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette along with the Pumpkin Spice Matte Liquid Lip. Apparently these are both limited edition, and I think you can get them at Ulta, Too Faced, and Sephora. I do know that it was sold out at Sephora, and it still might be. But the palette itself was, where is it? This is not even the right receipt. Anyway, so the palette was $49, and the liquid lip was $22. I have not yet used this. I actually usually don't buy Too Faced products very often, just because I'm not always impressed by what they put out. But I went ahead and purchased this one because this one is actually really pretty. And that's what it looks like on the inside. So there's 18 shades in this palette. 12 of them are mattes, 3 of them are metallics. 3 of them are like glitter shadows, and there's like one glitter shadow that's kind of like a duochrome. This is just a liquid lip matte nude lipstick. So I'm gonna try out both of these products and see how it goes. So I'm actually gonna use a handheld mirror because the mirror inside this palette is just super tiny. And I'm just gonna have a difficult time going like this close to it just to see my eyes. But it does have a mirror, just a really small one. I'm actually gonna go ahead and prime my eyes with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer, just to start out with. Usually I remember to do this before I start filming. As always, when I start an eyeshadow look, I gravitate towards the purples, and I'm trying really, really, really hard not to do that with this palette. So I think I'm going to try to do everything around the shade Fall Vibes, which is this greeny gold glitter shade. And so I'm going to do it based upon that color. And the first shade, I think I'm going to go ahead and dip into Love You a Latte and put that in the crease. And that is just a matte nude, very cool tone nude. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that in my crease. And just like every single time I've done one of these videos, I'm only going to be doing one eye on camera. Just so that way you're not watching me for hours on end, because I'm sure you don't want to. But I'm just going to put that in the crease. And I'm going to bring it up a little bit above it, going back and forth. So this shade seems to be blending out really nicely. No patchiness that I can see. But I've noticed, like with Too Faced palettes, if they're in this metal container, they are really good quality. And if they're in the cardboard container, like the holiday gift sets, to me they're a load of crap. And I stopped buying those cardboard holiday gift sets years ago because I was just tired of wasting money and trying out a product that was a load of crap. Now I'm going to go ahead and dip into the shade Warm and Cozy. It's like this really nice matte burgundy deep burgundy shade. And I'm going to press it on my crease line and then go back in with the brush I was using before to blend it out. So this one's just a little precision brush. And I'm just going to dot it in my crease line because I don't want it to go too high. Just like that. Take that same fluffy brush I used to apply the shade Love You a Latte and blend them together using small circular motions and sweeping motions. And I'm just going to go back and forth, deepening that burgundy up. I'm going to go back in with this precision brush, pat it on my crease line, and blend it again. And I'm just going to keep doing that until I get the depth and darkness that I'm looking for. Realize we need to zoom in a little bit. Okay, so that's a lot better. All right, now I want to go ahead and dip into the shade PSL and Chill. So this is like a really nice, it's a bright magenta shade. I'm just going to use a small fluffy brush and I'm going to apply this into my inner and on my outer corner. So I'm going to kind of press it in and then blend it towards the center of the eyelid. I'm going to go back in with a fluffy brush. This one's all wiped off. And I just want to keep blending everything out because it's coming out a little harsher than I'd like. But there is no, surprisingly, there's no patchiness, which is a first when I use Too Faced products, not going to lie. The only Too Faced palette that I have that I've used, that I've enjoyed using, is the Pretty Rich one. And that's like the big pink one. You can now find it in Marshall's, by the way. But I got it when it first came out, and I love that palette. But all my other palettes from them, I ended up decluttering because I just never used them because the quality was not there. Now I'm going to dip back into the Spice of Life and kind of just touch up there and blend it out. And I'm going to take my finger and dip into the shade Fall Vibes, which is that greenish gold glitter. and I'm going to apply it to the center of my lid. I'm just pressing it on and taking it all the way up to my crease. And go back into PSL and Chill and blend the shade Fall Vibes in them together. And to do that, I'm actually gonna take the precision brush because it is a glitter, so it's kind of got like a tacky feel to it. And those type of shades are always hard to blend in with just a matched shade, but we're gonna go for it anyway. I'm now going to take that same precision brush and dip into the shade Crisp, which is like a metallic pink, like a very nice pastel pink, just like that. And I'm going to apply it into my inner corner to brighten everything up. And it's got, this one looks more like a duochrome as well. It's a metallic pink. It looks like it has a gold shift to it, which is really pretty. And I want to bring it slightly under my lower lash line as well. That way when I do my under lash line, it all blends together. Now I'm just gonna take a clean fluffy brush and just kind of blend it all together. Even though it is pretty well blended, there's no patchiness at all, which is, like I said earlier, is a shocker. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera. I'm gonna put some lashes on as well, and we'll come back and do the bottom lash line. There we go, those are the words I'm looking for. So I'll be right back. All right, so I went ahead, finished the other eye. I added a little wing liner and added lashes from, I think it's from Kiss, the Gala. No, everyone says things differently, but the Gala ones. But now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the bottom lash line. So for the bottom lash line, I kind of want to keep up with like the darker, smokier look. So I'm gonna take a smudge brush and I'm gonna start off with the shade Cocoa Drizzle, which is a dark matte brown, and I'm going to apply it on the outer corner. Not going too far in, but just on the outside. Just smudging it in. And, ooh, it came out really dark. So I'm actually going to take a fluffy brush and blend that out. So just going to blend that around. There we go, just like that. Next, I'm going to dip back into the shade Warm and Cozy, and that's that deep burgundy matte that we used earlier. And I'm going to apply that under, just down the center, right under your pupil, and blend it and kind of smoke it into the shade Cocoa Drizzle. So just kind of blending it all together. Again, this actually, like, probably should have dusted these shades off. Go back in with that fluffy brush and just blend everything together. So one thing I did notice about this palette is it does have quite a bit of fallout. So I have quite a bit of gold glitter just down here and like down here, just on my, right underneath my eyes. I'm going to try to take it off with some loose powder. And for some reason I also got it up here. Don't know how that happened, but I have gold glitter up there as well. So I am going to attempt to remove that with some loose powder, and we'll see how it goes. And then for the inner corner, this last little bit we haven't done yet, I'm going to go ahead and go into the shade Oh My Gourd. And this is just a pastel glittery pink. It should tie in with Crisp really nicely. So I'm just going to put it in right there. Just to add a little bit of sparkle to that bottom lash line. I'm also trying to use as many shades as I can without having too much of a crazy look. And then finally, I'm going to dip back into Crisp and tie it all together in that inner corner. So now I'm going to attempt to get rid of all that loose fallout. And I'm just going to take my translucent setting powder. This one's the Anastasia Beverly Hills loose powder. And I'm going to take my Tati Blendiful, or Tati Beauty Blendiful, pick up some of that powder and kind of just sweep it off as best as I can. And just push and sweep. kind of done the trick. There's still some glitter, but there's not like an absurd amount of gold glitter on my nose and under my eyes, because there was. Another item in this collection was the Melted Matte Liquid Matte Lipstick in the shade Pumpkin Spice. So this is a nude shade. I'm going to go ahead and take a lip liner first and line my lips, and then I'll fill it in with this. I went ahead and lined my lips with the MAC Lip Pencil in Boldly Bare. This seemed to be the closest shade that I had to this. And the problem with this lipstick is I know it's going to smell like pumpkin spice and pumpkins. And I hate the smell of pumpkins. And you're wondering, why did I buy this? Because my wife wanted it, and I bought it for her, but I'm using it, and then she'll get it back. So it'll be all good. But yeah, it smells like pumpkins, and that's disgusting. But minus the scent, it is a really pretty nude. And like, scent is preference. Like, a lot of people really love the smell of pumpkin spice. I am one of those people that does not like the taste of pumpkins. I do not like the smell of pumpkins. You will never catch me ordering a pumpkin spice latte. So, but everybody has their favorites. I actually really like this color. It just really sucks that it smells like pumpkins. That is the liquid lip, and like I said, it's a really pretty shade. It doesn't feel too heavy on my lips, but it still kind of feels wet, like it hasn't fully dried down. And some of the liquid lips that I have dry down a little bit faster than this one, but I'm gonna see how it stays on and how it feels while I put on my blush and stuff. Now for blush, I'm actually gonna go in with the Milk Cosmetics BuzzKill. These are their new Digital Dust Blush Duos. I did do a review on them, and next week I will give you my final thoughts. But I'm sure you can already figure out, since I'm using them, that I actually really like them. I actually really enjoy this blush, and it's very glowy, but that is a look that I like personally, so it doesn't bother me. I did remember that I do have a Too Faced bronzer, so I am actually going to use this. And this is something that I hauled recently from TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So this is what the bronzer looks like. It's the Too Faced Natural Lust Bronzer. I'm going to go ahead and just take this little bronzer brush right here and pick up the darker shade and just bronze my face up. Let's see. See, that's really pretty. And it smells like coconuts too, which is a smell I prefer over pumpkins. But here we are. So this is the final look. Actually, I'm pretty impressed with this pumpkin spice palette. I'm obviously going to use it a few more times. I got no patchiness. Maybe they've changed their formula. I know that they got bought by Estee Lauder a little while ago, so maybe things got better since they were purchased. Like I said before, in the past, I've not been a fan of their formula and the quality of their products. But for first impressions, I really like it. Everything blended out really smoothly. The glitter was really nice and really pigmented, and it kind of hasn't fallen off my face since I initially applied it. And that was the only shade that had fallout. The pink didn't have any fallout. The nudes, the brown, the pink shimmers, nothing had fallout. But yeah, so the liquid lip is really nice. It still smells like pumpkin. So as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to be wiping it off my face and changing it to something else. But if you like the smell of pumpkins, this is really comfortable. It feels really smooth and creamy, but yet not heavy. So it's kind of impressive that you still got that moisturized feeling while wearing a liquid lip, but yet it doesn't feel cakey. So kind of impressive. I would actually, saying on first impressions, I would totally buy these again. I bought these for my wife. I wouldn't buy this for that only reason, and that is the only reason why, is the scent. I bought this for my wife. I will be handing it over to her because I have enough, but I will be borrowing it from her because I really like it, and maybe I'll go buy my own as well. Who knows? But yes, so thank y'all for watching. If you would like to see me do another look with this palette, go ahead and comment down below. If you'd like to see me do more first impressions, like this video. But thanks for watching. Bye, y'all.